As the flyweights get ready, 5 rounds are scheduled at 5 minutes, and that's 25 minutes of fighting.
That's a lot of minutes.
That's a lot of minutes, isn't it?
That's a lot of minutes, and judging by the fighters' posture, they're ready to go. They're ready to go at it.
Nate Williams is accustomed to going long. 4 of his last 5 fights have gone over 3 rounds. 3 rounds or longer, so you're going to see probably a more patient style as Josh Rave goes right for the kick. Does not connect with Nate Williams as they feel each other out.
And again, you want to be ready.
Another couple of kicks by Rave connect as he backs Williams into the corner. And now they'll wrestle and go down to the ground. Rave early control. Nate Williams is currently the flyweight king of the World War Fighting Championship. So we got a couple of great athletes going for this inaugural belt.
These guys are starting off at a great pace. Lots of movement.
Rave with the early advantage on top of Williams here in the blue corner.
And Josh is very comfortable. He's very comfortable on the ground.
Is that something that you just get with experience? Because the younger fighters seem to panic quite a bit when they go down.
Well, the more fights, and it does count to have experience.
Can you use that to your advantage, being on the ground?
Well, as we saw in the last fight, sometimes it doesn't. It is not to your advantage to stay that calm. But Josh is really good at his jiu-jitsu, wrestling, so he's very calm.
Josh also a lot of wrestling style and crisp strikes that you'll see, so he will take advantage of these situations, and we're seeing it so far as he's controlling Williams here early on in round number 1.
And Williams is staying calm. He's not panicking. He's looking to get up.
So Williams, we talked about, he's accustomed to going 3+ rounds. Now Josh Rave, he's never gone over 3 rounds, so a 5-round fight, you would expect that he's going to try to end this one early if he can.
Well, he's going to try to end it early, but again.
And look at this move in the corner, and there's a left hand into Nate Williams.
Lots of control there. Josh is really controlling the match right now.
Williams has him wrapped up with his legs. He just lost that, but 2 minutes into the round, and Josh Rave is connecting with a couple of blows. He got a couple left hands in there.
Williams is holding down, trying to hold the head down, trying to posture up. He's trying to get up.
Very vulnerable position for Nate Williams. He just needs to get out of that corner to his feet, doesn't he?
Trying to use the cage. He's trying to use the cage and he's trying to get up. Josh is still keeping the pressure on him.
Now Josh using the cage too, pushing Williams into it, trying to keep that leverage. Can't grab the cage,
trying to keep the pressure, and trying to stay active.
And again, just trying to wear him out. It's a long fight, so does that change your game plan a little bit?
Yeah, especially when you got the guys that are experienced in the ring, such as these guys. And you got to watch. And at that point, you got to watch the knee. You got to watch the knee to the face on a down opponent.
Williams still finding himself in the corner, and Josh Rave content to try to wear him down as we're 3 minutes into round 1.
And it looks like the teddy bear is just staying relaxed. He's not panicking. He's still trying to stay in the game. He's still trying to control the head, trying to keep Josh close.
Do you get to a point ever in a longer fight that you're content to just try to get through a round and then regroup for the next round?
Yeah, well, it looks like that's what Williams doing right now. He's trying to compose himself, and he's trying to wear. I think he's trying to wear Josh down a little bit.
You don't want to make that critical mistake though in desperation.
No, you don't want to make that critical mistake because he can pop his head up and get hit at any point in time.
Nate Williams won his last match. He beat Zach Goodrich back in September with a submission hold as Josh Rave continues to spend round 1 on top of Nate Williams.
And Nate, and again, I'm just looking at him right now. He's still staying calm, and he's not panicking, and Josh is still working.
Got a couple more great fights coming up to you. Not here on Fox 42 tonight. We encourage you to come out, check out Victory Fighting Championship live. It's not too early to put it on your calendar. VFC 43 on August 2nd as we have some action here, getting to the latter stages of round number 1.
And as we said before, Williams is up. He's trying for submissions right now. He's comfortable. He's relaxed.
And this has been a familiar position for these two athletes here in the first round as Josh just trying to wear out Nate a little bit here.
And we'll see if Josh can keep this pace up. You know, he moves fast. He starts fast, and we'll see if he can keep this pace up.
He spent a lot of time on top of him. You assume that takes some energy out of him.
Yeah, it takes a lot of energy. So I think he's trying to calm down a little bit. I think he's trying to hold position, and I think he's picking his poison.
A little bit of action as we get to the end of round one. We'll come back with round number 2. You're watching VFC 42 here on Fox 42. Live back here at Ralston Arena, Todd Walkenhorst, the Assassin, Houston Alexander, our featured fight. Hero of the night, Nate Williams, Teddy Bear, against Josh the Rage Wave for the flyweight belt here in Victory Fighting Championship 42. And what we saw in round 1 was Josh Rave spent a lot of time, as we see some action here, a little bit different start to round number 2, as Nate Williams
I love this
coming
weight
out.
Class. Again, they're fast, they're furious, they're striking, they're trying submissions. Love this weight.
Well, we were talking about during the break that Josh Rave was really kind of wearing down Nate Williams. Does Nate feel a need to come out more aggressive because of that?
I think so, and here it is. Nate, again, it could be a strategy of his to where he's trying to wear Josh down because maybe he has the same statistics that we have.
Well, like we said, Nate Williams accustomed to the longer bouts. I think he believes that the longer this goes, it probably more in his favor compared to Josh Rave's.
Yes, and again, but he has to be careful that he doesn't put himself in position to get struck a lot or submitted.
And we see Rave getting some strikes in, which we weren't really seeing in the first round. He spent a lot of time controlling him, but now he's starting to get those strikes. That's something I imagine his corner was telling him to do, is take advantage of being on top and try to make him pay a little bit more for being underneath him.
And here I think Williams is trying to be more aggressive, and while Josh is still just staying on and trying to keep the same pace he had in the first round.
So a furious first 90 seconds here to round number 2 at Ralston Arena. A near capacity crowd here for VFC 42. And again, now we're going to fight in the red corner here in round number 2. As Rave again still trying to control Williams, but like you said, both fighters kind of have their game plans here.
And it could be Williams again. It could be Williams. It could be a strategy to wear Josh down, but he has to be careful not to be submitted or not to succumb to strikes.
Couple of big knees by Josh Rave into the kidney areas of Nate Williams. As again, Williams waiting for his opportunity.
Josh very experienced on the ground. Loves being in that position.
Josh Rave make his return to Victory Fighting Championship. We last saw him in VFC 33 back in December 2010. Lost to Nick Mamalis. And it's good to have him back here.
He's staying real aggressive. He's staying in good position. He's keeping Williams guessing.
Oh, and there's a reversal right there as Williams gets out of it and now takes him down.
And Josh keeps that pressure on him. Keeps that pressure.
And even from that offensive from Nate Williams, Josh Rave ends up back on top of him.
And again, Josh is very comfortable on the ground. He's keeping the pressure. And again, pressure busts pipes. They always
say that, right?
They always say that.
Couple extra strikes in by Rave. As we've reached over 3 minutes here in round number 2, this one is scheduled for 5 for the flyweight championship.
I think Williams has to do a little bit more than stay on his back. So, yeah, I think he needs to try to get up here, and I think that's what he's trying to do. Unless his game plan is to still wear Josh down.
Has a pretty good grip despite being on the bottom, and like you said, trying to wear him down a little bit. Who would you have given that first round to?
Well, you know what? You got to give it to Josh. From what I understand, if you're on the bottom, you lose it.
And now Williams is down.
And again,
playing a little possum. What's going on here, Houston?
Again, he could be wearing him down. He could be waiting for the up kick, and I think he's just waiting. He's just waiting. He's actually taking his time.
Is he getting a little breather in there?
As he tries to Williams looks very athletic, and again, it looks like he's just kind of toying.
And Rave gets an inadvertent kick into the lower sections of Nate Williams, and Williams was really just taunting him there, though, and challenging him.
And again, trying to get him to kind of be the aggressor and hopefully get the up kick. But I think his corner has a game plan. These guys actually have a great game plan for this guy. If jiu-jitsu or wrestling is his game plan.
And we saw Williams get a couple of kicks from that seated position, but as you see right there, you can't do that intentionally, but they will stop the fight. If it's unintentional, they'll give them all the time they need to recover. Is that correct?
Oh, yes. And that looks like a...
And so now Williams trying to regroup.
It looks like Josh was going for goal. For the goal.
He got it, all right. Josh Army giving Nate Williams all the time he needs.
Oh, man. Looks like he was going for gold. That one.
And how long does it really take to shake that off?
Yeah, he has a cup on, so it all depends on how used to it he is. So I think he's recovered right now. He's recovered. You know,
so getting ready to resume action here as Nate Williams.
I think he's ready to go.
Now, is he maybe using this as a little bit of a timeout too, trying to regroup as well?
Of course, you gain your composure, you gain your wits, and back to the game plan. Yeah, back to the game plan.
Great respect by both fighters as they tap hands again coming out of that. It was inadvertent, but we saw some interesting things happening there before the stoppage. Now Nate Williams tries to connect on those roundhouse kicks again.
And both these guys look very athletic, and both these guys are following the game plan. But it just seems like at any moment something's going to happen. At any moment, especially with this weight class.
Final 30 seconds of the round as another kick, and the foot gets caught of Josh Rave. And they exchange kicks to go down to the mat one more time as we come to the end of the round.
Again, both guys very good at wrestling, very comfortable on the ground.
And we'll go on to round number 3. When we come back live, you're watching VFC 42 live on Fox 42. Back at Ralston Arena, VFC 42, our featured fight of the night here on Fox 42. Nate Williams, the Teddy Bear, and Josh, the Rage Wave, for the 125-pound newly established flyweight belt. And getting aggressive here to start the third round.
Yeah.
And a big takedown by Rave.
Again, fast and furious. Guys that always staying active. I love this weight class.
Back on top, though, is Rave, as we've seen him most of this fight. How about round number 2? How would you score that one?
You know what? It might be even. It might be even, but again, Josh stayed on top. And he stayed on top almost the whole entire round.
When judges see a stoppage for the low blow that we saw, do they factor that in at all into a round?
I don't think so. I don't think so. You know, he recovered, and they're back in action, so I don't think so.
Round number 3, we're scheduled for 5. If you are just joining us here, a great night of live action here on Fox 42. Victory Fighting Championships. Encourage you to come down to the beautiful Ralston Arena, and we've moved over to this venue in the last couple of years. Nice, intimate venue, brand new facility.
Yeah, brand new facility. You know, it's very intimate. People are closer to the cage. They seem like they're closer to the fighters when you're this close.
Do you notice that as a fighter?
Oh man, you really do. You know, and especially when you got people coming down on you and you hear the noise coming right into the ring.
The deepest row here at Ralston Arena is 13 rows deep, so everybody on top of the action. And if you haven't had a chance to come check out one of these live, it's an experience, to say the least.
You know what? I was in the bathroom. I had a good seat. There's not a bad seat in the house.
We encourage you to come down. Mark on your calendar right now, August 2nd, VFC 43. But right now, a great matchup.
Josh,
Two great
Josh
athletes.
holding good position. Williams is still staying relaxed. You know, and right now it just seemed like anything could happen, anything could explode.
You know, a lot of the fights that we've seen a lot of yelling from the corners, a lot of coaching, but we're sitting right here next to Nate Williams' corner and haven't heard a whole lot
because, again, they probably already know the game plan. He knows the game plan, and there hasn't been a lot.
So both fighters executing the game plan that they came in. Again,
Holding
Josh Rave on top, now starting to get some blows in. Trying to work out Nate Williams. Trying to get him into a hold.
Nate seems real relaxed, and he seems like he's about to try something. He has that posture like he's about to try something really athletic.
Like we mentioned earlier, Josh Rave has never gone past the third round, so we're coming midway through round number 3, scheduled for 5. Nate Williams very comfortable with the longer fights. He's done it before. 4 of his last 5 have gone over that 3-round mark.
And Josh is looking really good. He's looking really good right now. His conditioning is looking really good.
25 scheduled minutes of action. That's just hard to even imagine
that's
what
like
that does to you.
That's like an eternity.
And we saw you in a match like that back in July here at Ralston Arena. And can you just talk about when you get into the later rounds?
When you start, and again, you really are depending on your skills at that point. And when you go deep into those rounds, if you've trained for that, you're expecting to go into those deeper rounds. So I'm assuming both guys have trained to go deeper into these rounds because they're both expecting it.
Championship on the line, brand new flyweight belt is in the corner now. Nate Williams in an advantageous position, trying to pull Rave back into the corner. Starting to get a hold on him, and for the first time we're seeing some offense from Williams.
And again, he could be executing the game plan. The game plan was to wear Josh down, get him cornered, and really start being aggressive with him.
You even noted after the first round, it looked like Josh Rave actually had the advantage, but it looked like he was tired after that first round.
Well, I don't know necessarily that he was tired.
But it did affect him.
It could affect you if you're the one doing a lot of the work. And you don't have good conditioning, but Josh looks like he has good conditioning.
Rave trying to get a couple knees into the kidney of Nate Williams as we wind down round number 3, scheduled for 5 for the flyweight championship.
And William has to be careful, man. He doesn't want to stay too relaxed in these latter rounds because you can lose the bout being too relaxed or not aggressive enough.
Couple left hand and right hand strikes here from Josh Rave. 10 seconds to go in round number 3. Another great round of action.
Another great round.
As we wrap up round number 3, we'll come back with the 4th round. You're watching VFC 42 on Fox 42. Back live at Ralston Arena, VFC 42 championship, flyweight championship. Josh the Rage Wave in uncharted territory into the 4th round for the first time in his career. Nate Williams, the teddy bear. You were saying that you thought he might have something up his sleeve, but it looks like Josh Rave may have something up his sleeve.
But again, he's trying to stay relaxed. He's not tapping out.
Whoa. And he gets the strikes into the head, and that's it. That is it. Josh Army comes in and stops it, and Nate Williams is in disbelief as that fight is stopped. We'll talk about that a little bit as we wait the official decision. But Josh Rave victorious, and Williams is questioning that.
Came out aggressive and stayed on him. As he's been doing the past.
What do you think about that stoppage?
It was questionable because I didn't see a tap. Maybe the ref was trying to protect him. Maybe he saw something that we didn't see. But
it looked like a stoppage from blows of TKO. He's doing it for the protector of the fighters,
but again, he kind of laid the foundation earlier when he kind of laid there and was relaxing in the other rounds. So again, he relaxed and maybe the ref was protecting him.
You see Josh Army explaining his decision. Nate Williams, though, in disbelief. Would have liked to see this go a little bit longer as we were in a great matchup here. And we see the highlights. We'll see right where they stop it. See if you see something that warrants a stoppage.
I'm checking here, and I didn't see a tap out. And again, he maybe he was out for that brief second, and the ref saw something we didn't.
So we saw the blows to the back of the head. Josh Army stops the fight. Let's go up to our ring announcer, David Diamante, for the official championship decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Josh Arney calls a halt to this contest. The official time of the stoppage, 17 seconds. And round number 4, your winner by TKO and the new victory flyweight champion from Omaha, Nebraska, Josh the the Rave, Rave.
Josh, congratulations. New flyweight champion right here. Omaha, let's make a little noise for this guy. Can you tell us just a little bit about what happened here in the cage tonight?
You know, it was a tough fight, and I knew that he was a ground fighter, and I just wanted to get back to my old ways of winning, and that was being a dominant wrestler and you know, devastating my opponents, and he was keeping it really close, and I did not mean to land the illegal blows. I actually thought he was coming up off the ground when I kneed him in the head in the corner, and you know, my apologies to anybody that thinks I was fighting dirty. I'm just out here to win, and you know, being mean as possible is how you win in here.
You were definitely that tonight. What can we look forward to you now that you're holding the belt?
I'm just gonna get to work and continue where I've been going. I was dealing with a little knee injury, and you know, I've been at this a long time, and I know what it takes to win, and I know what I got to do, and I guarantee you will see a better Josh Rave the next time.
All right, great. Thanks so much. Ladies and gentlemen, Omaha's own, the new Victory Flyweight champion, Josh the Rage Rave.
You're watching VFC 42. We'll be back right after this.